And at this point, like the mushrooms are kicking in. Like I got a cocktail in me. I've got mushrooms in me, and I'm like, what is that? What is that on my thing? And I touched it. And I realize in that moment, it's human feces. I turned 50, y'all, and I started a podcast.
Really, age is just a number. It comes down to how we choose to live and the choices we make in our life, and those things accumulate.
Don't let the programming of life keep you from doing things every single day that make you happy.
When we feel good, it's easy to think good.
Life is not happening to you. You are your life. You are happening to your life.
Okay, so yesterday I went to a music festival, and it was an extremely interesting event and evening. And I thought you might like learning about what an electronic music festival is like, and what to prepare for, and some of the funny stories that happened. So it's been in the last couple of years that I've gotten interested in attending festivals, music festivals, dance festivals. I think it started when I went to Tulum with a group of friends and my boyfriend. It was like 2 years ago, actually. And we stayed at this really cool beachfront hotel that is set up and has the capabilities to host music events. And they host DJs, and I had never been to Tulum before, and we got a recommendation to stay at this hotel, which we did. And I remember we got there the very first night. It was like a Saturday, and they had a DJ playing on the ocean. They had a stage right on the sand. And the way the hotel is set up, they have these kind of stadium seating, or stadium areas where, there's tables, so you could sit in a table, and then down on the sand is where the dance floor was. Anyway, it was this beautiful night, in Tulum. Never been there. Super magical. It's DJs playing. The wind is blowing, and everybody's, in this tropical, fun vibe, and this total amazing house music, and everybody's dancing and having so much fun. And I think that really opened my eyes to the fact that, like dancing and house music doesn't have to be in a nightclub, like, where you have to go to a nightclub at 10 or 11 p.m., in your city, wherever you're living into. You can go to these festivals or go to these locations where it's like beautiful and it's outdoors, and it's not in some dark, weird thing where everybody's just drinking and trying to pick up on each other. It's not like this meat market thing. It's really about the music and about the experience. And so I was like, okay, this is cool, because I super love dancing, and I don't like going to bars at 10 o'clock at night. But, if I could go to these really cool locations and dance and be around other people that really are there for the music and the dancing, then I'm stoked. So that was my first little experience. And then we have become friends with the gentleman, the artist who does my hair, Ryan McKinley, Ryan M. Scottsdale, shout out, who is just this phenomenal person who also really, really loves music. And so over the last couple of years, we've got to talking, obviously, during when I'm there getting my hair done, and sharing music ideas. And he's, shared some of the music he likes. So I started listening to it on Spotify. And for example, this amazing electronic dance group called Rufus Du Sol. And they're songwriters, producers, DJs, they do it all. And it's really, really stunning music. And so I got really inspired listening to them. And I started following them on Instagram, and I found out that they were doing a special music festival in Tulum. It was like a 3-day festival. multiple different DJs. They were kind of anchoring it, and there'd be other DJs there. And so I was like, oh my gosh, I want to go. And so my boyfriend and I decided we were going to go. And I told Ryan, and he was, he organized his crew to go. And so there ended up being like a whole group of us. So that was in March of this year, and it was amazing because it was at the Papaya Playa Project, which is the hotel, which has the kind of concert venue on the beach. And it was amazing. It was just 3 days of like dancing on the sand, the ocean waves kind of coming up to your feet while you're dancing, the breeze. I mean, the stage is right there. It was so amazing. And I feel like the facilities are really, really great at this Papaya Playa project because they have this huge bathroom facility, like nice bathrooms where they have bathroom attendants, always making sure that everything's clean. There's toilet paper, that nobody's up to any monkey business. It's wonderful. Beautiful mirrors, beautiful, hand washing facilities. And they've got great bars. They've got great food. Everyone is really, the service is really great. So we had this amazing time in Tulum again in March with this group of people. And some of the people we hadn't met before, they were Ryan and Kim's friends, and people from Los Angeles, people from San Diego. And we all just kind of had this amazing time. So then, so periodically we will do these things. We will find these festivals, or we will, another example of it might be Burning Man. But Burning Man is really art and music fused with like camping in the desert. So that is a commitment. That's like a week-long commitment to, camping, bringing all your own food, your own water, all of your own supplies, dealing with, middle of nowhere desert conditions. So I haven't signed up for that yet, just because it's a really, really huge commitment. And I don't know, if I'm not a camper really. So we'll see if that happens. But that's another example, because then they have all kinds of music every day and every night. You can find all these different, artists, creating music out there, and it's just people are having so much fun. So that's another example. Another example is Garrick and I are going to something called Envision Festival in Costa Rica, which is at the end of February, which is it's billed kind of as a yoga and music festival. It's been canceled the last 2 years because of COVID. I purchased these tickets 2 years ago. And so I think we're finally going to go at the end of February, which is really exciting because it'll be in the jungle. It's near the ocean. It's, all tropical. And I find that these destination type places really make the experience extra special. You're not in this dark nightclub with, weird. So anyway, so we're down here in San Diego, just kind of spending at what has turned out to be 6 weeks in San Diego. We were originally supposed to spend the summer in my family's home in Arroyo Grande, California, which is the central coast of California near Pismo Beach or San Luis Obispo. We have a family home there. And that didn't work out. My dad decided he was going to be living there full time. So we stayed there for about 6 weeks, and then we decided to rent a place down in San Diego. We're basically trying to avoid the heat, right, of the summer heat in Scottsdale, because we have 3 dogs and blah, blah, blah. So we're in San Diego. One of our friends who we met in Tulum at the Sun Dream Festival, Amanda, lives in San Diego. And she is really pumped about this festival that happens every year in San Diego on the waterfront called Crossed, CRSSD, Crossed Festival. And they do it a weekend in August, and they do a weekend, or maybe it's July or August, and then they do one in September. So we were kind of pumped because we're here and we haven't been dancing in a while. So we got weekend tickets, full tickets for Saturday, Sunday. And because it's a beautiful location right on the harbor, right on the water, downtown San Diego, absolutely gorgeous. And it's all outdoor during the day. Like it starts at noon and it goes to 10 o'clock at night, I believe. So we were super stoked. And we ended up not going on Saturday because Garrick didn't feel well. We've been on a paleo diet. Today is actually day 8. So yesterday was the end of our first full week of switching to a paleo way of eating. I don't really want to say it's a diet because it's probably really a lifestyle change. I'll do another episode on paleo. Let's suffice it to say we've spent an entire week, no alcohol, no bread, no processed foods, no sugar. So we've just been eating really clean and working our plan, And then we didn't go on Saturday. It didn't work out. So Sunday we were super stoked. This is yesterday. And we got a dog sitter and we left the house around 3:30. We did, we were excited to utilize some magic mushrooms, chocolate magic mushrooms that we have obtained. And so we were excited about that. We may or may not, we were going to, not sure if we are going to have a cocktail or not. And so we headed down there. Oh, so here's the thing. So I'm wearing my festival. You can see here. But I had this special dress I wanted to wear. I did wear it. I was so excited to wear a cute little dress. Here it is. I have it here because it's in my little backpack. I changed. Anyway, it was this little dress. Okay. I was excited to wear a little dress. It was outside. It was going to be sunny, warm, little dress. I never wear dresses. And I tried it on and it's super cute, but it's really form-fitting around the midsection. So separately, I had gone online last week and ordered a bunch of Skims underwear because all I normally wear is like a G-string. So I was like, oh, I'm not going to wear this little dress, which is the G-string. I want to wear like boy shorts or, full underwear because I'm in a little dress and my mother raised me right. So I had ordered these Skims. Shout out to Skims and Kim Kardashian. Is anybody else like obsessed with Kim Kardashian right now? I am. So I bought some underwear, which I also have here that I don't know if I'm going to show you. Maybe I will. They're all wound up in a thing. So I ended up choosing to wear one of her shaping underwear, right? So it's underwear that has a band of, it's like shapewear, right? It's like what this did for me was suck my tummy in, which I never wear. I never wear shaped underwear because I'm like, if you've got to wear something to shape yourself in to make you look correct in an outfit, then you shouldn't be wearing the outfit, right? But I was like, I really want to wear this dress. I really want to feel cute and wear a dress and I want to go to this festival. So I got the dang shapewear. And can you see how tiny this is? It's a tiny little. So this is like the stretchy material that if you know, right? If you know how tight this is on your belly. But I'm telling you, it sucked my belly in and it just cinched in my waist. So in the dress, I was like feeling really cute. Now, mind you, this thing is compressing on my stomach the whole time. And so I get to that. We kind of walk into the festival and I have this, realization, oh, this is probably going to make me need to go to the bathroom more often. Oh, well, right. I'm in now. I'm wearing this. I mean, there's no really turning back. So anyway, this is setting the stage. I've got the dress. I've got the underwear, the shaping, holding my tummy underwear. And because it's a festival, you have to bring in a clear, but either you wear a little tiny fanny pack, which is what I normally wear, because I basically wear a fanny pack every single day. So this is my fanny pack, but I was like, oh no, I want to bring a sweatshirt. I want to bring a change of clothes, not a change of clothes. I want to bring a sweatshirt and some stretch pants in case if it got cold later, I wanted to change it. So I got the clear backpack, bought the clear backpack, and I had, a couple clothing pieces in there. And then you can see there's that exterior thing where I have, sunscreen, powder, Kleenex, hand wipes, lip gloss, right? All this stuff. So setting the scene. Festival, I'm ready to go. I've got my dress. I've got my compression underwear. I've got my see-through backpack with all my necessities. And I had my phone. I had my phone too. Okay, so we're at the festival. We've taken some of our magic mushrooms. We're walking around. It's like 4:00. The sun's out. The water's glistening. People are dancing. There's 3 stages. I think I have a short video. I have a little short video that I'll insert here while we're talking, so you can see kind of what the stage looked like and how all these people are around. The sun is so beautiful. So we are, we're walking around. Everything's feeling great. We decide to get a cocktail. So we're sipping on a cocktail. And at some point, I have to go to the bathroom. And they've got, good on Cross Festival. They have like hundreds of porta potties in like 3 different sections in the festival grounds. So no big deal. We're like, let's go. I got to deal with the porta potty. It's just part of like festival, or it's part of going to any kind of event, is you got to go to a porta potty. So I've got my backpack, I've got my dress, I've got my tight underwear on, and I have a hat, and I wait in line. I go into this porta potty, and it's dark, and it's like, looks really like, it's really like dirty already. Like people have it's just a mess. And I'm like, oh God. So I like take my backpack off, and I sit it like in the corner. There's like this little thing in the porta potty, or like not a bench, but an area where I put my backpack, and then I like peel off this underwear that's so tight, right? And it's like I pull the underwear down like below my knees, and I'm just like, okay, now I got to turn around and like somehow squat. But as I'm doing this, like I've just pulled my underwear down. I'm about to turn, and I'm looking at my backpack, and I notice something on the backpack. Like it looks like caramel, or, I don't know what it looks like. It's dark. And at this point, like the mushrooms are kicking in. Like I got a cocktail in me. I've got mushrooms in me. And I'm like, what is that? What is that on my thing? And I touched it. And I realize in that moment, it's human feces. And I'm just like, I literally, like, it just washed over me, this realization of what I was dealing with. That I was standing in this porta potty where somebody has had an incredibly bad experience with their bowels. And unfortunately, my stupid backpack, I set it down like on the side of this toilet, and it had touched the stuff. And then now I'm investigating it, and so this just realization just washing over me of the disgusting bacteria filled situation I'm standing in right now. And like, so I just like had to, and there's no toilet paper. There's no toilet paper, which is why here is tip number one. If we're going to do festivals for dummies, this is festivals for dummies. Women, don't ever go to any event, any sporting event, any festival, go anywhere without your Kleenex. Your Kleenex, because when there's no toilet paper, this is what you use, okay? And then, thank God, I had cleansing wipes, antibacterial cleansing wipes. Oh my God, these saved my life. These saved my life. So while my underwear is still down, I'm like opening up multiple things of these cleansing wipes. And just first of all, my hands, my backpack, I'm just like freaking out. And I mean, I am so freaked out at this point because I just don't even know what I'm touching, what I'm standing in, what is touching what. I do the best I can. I wipe, I clean, I pull back the underwear, back. Oh my God. I leave the porta potty. I again take I sit down on a bench, again, wipe my fucking, thank God it was plastic. That thing's going in the trash. Oh my God. Anyway, I went back to Garrett where Garrett was standing and I just was like, couldn't even deal. Okay. What else do I want to tell you? The only other thing I'll tell you is later on, I did go to a different bank of porta potties and I did, check to make sure when I walked in that it was like clean. Nobody had an accident or anything in that. But even when it's a clean porta potty, these are not ergonomically made for women. So, I think you guys know I'm 51. I work out 3 times a week with a trainer. We do lots and lots of squats. We do lots and lots of glute work. And so I have the strength to hold myself up. But women have to go to these porta potties. Nobody sits on that porta potty. Nobody sits on that seat. It's absolutely the most disgusting thing ever. So you have to hover. So somehow you take your underwear down and then you got to turn around and hover over this seat. You're desperately trying not to touch anything onto anything, but you're squatting. And so your head is right against the door. So there's no way to hover your booty over the hole and not touch your head against this wall. And I'm thinking to myself, what about women who don't have strength to like hold a squat for 30 seconds while emptying their bladder? I mean, that's not an easy thing to do. Because when you're doing squats in an exercise, in an exercise class, you can squat and kind of also clench your bladder, right? That's kind of all at once. So it's like a special a special thing to do to be able to squat and also release so you're holding and then you're releasing the bladder at the same time while your head is against this plastic door. Oh my God. Okay. So anyway, I was able to do it. So just to wrap up the suggestions around the porta potties, always bring tissue, always bring plenty of hand wipes, because also CrossFest, when you come out of the porta potty, they don't have hand washing stations. There was no water and soap and no, there was hand sanitizer. Like, oh, okay. But I mean, I guess that's something, but anyway. So just be prepared. Just be prepared. Practice your squats, bring the supplies. Don't put anything down inside. So hand your things to your friends before you go into the porta potty because you don't want to put anything down. Okay, I'm not going to belabor this point anymore, but it was bad. So then we find our friends. We're having so much fun. We found our DJ. We did break our paleo diet, and I had some chicken strips. So there was some breading and probably some canola oil on that. So I had a cheat meal, but needed to kind of get a little food in me, and then we ended up spending the last like hour and a half dancing with our friends, Fat Boy Slim. And as I mentioned earlier, I had a phone in this pocket here because I did have it just sitting in the side. And Garrick was like, that's not safe. Let's put it inside your backpack. So I just had him put it in this little side pocket. Yeah. You can see there's no phone in there anymore. There's no phone. Yeah, that's because my phone was stolen. So mass amount of people, we're all dancing, we're all grooving, so much fun. But there's just people going back and forth in front of you, behind you, excuse me, back and forth. And you're just dealing with it. You're just dancing, and you're hoping everyone's, in a good mood and like you can trust them, whatever. No, you can't. Sometime in the last half hour, somebody opened up the zipper on my backpack and stole my phone. And also my friend who was with us, her phone was stolen too out of her fanny pack. So I guess the last piece of advice for the festival is don't wear a clear backpack. Just have a fanny pack and keep it on your front. Don't wear it on your back or underneath, wear it in front, inside of a zipper. And maybe even like, I don't know how you can secure it, like put it into like a zippered compartment inside of a zippered compartment in a fanny pack. I think a lot of fanny packs do that. So yeah, I mean, all of this to say that, it's, as somebody who is not, I am more mature, and I found this really fun, thing that I love to do. And I'm so grateful that my boyfriend loves to dance too. Like we have so much fun together dancing and just people watching and listening to music and going to these things. But you've got to be prepared, right? You got to be prepared for all the things that you're going to encounter and be ready to roll with it. And then I would just say, don't wear compression underwear. Don't wear compression underwear. Always just go and be comfortable, because you know what? Nobody's looking at what you think is a little gut. Oh my God. The people watching, the women specifically, love to go all out in these festivals and just sheer expression in their clothing. And everyone is coming in all shapes, sizes, and everyone's just embracing their bodies as they are and wearing whatever the hell they want. And nobody cares if you have a little belly showing in your dress. So even though these compression underwear work amazing, don't wear them to a festival because they're really hard to get on and off in a porta potty. So yeah, I mean, at some point, I think the last time I went to the porta potty, I ended up just taking off the underwear and going commando for the rest of the show. But that's it. I thought I'd share with you a little festivals for dummies, and encourage you, if you love to dance, find a festival that you like. There's all kinds of festivals all over the United States all the time, and all kinds of different music, really. I just happen to be super into electronic dance music and loving all of that. And I hope you've enjoyed learning about my experience yesterday. Have a good day and make every day a good day to die.